Why mobile loans are keeping you poorer. Allow me to share with you 5 mistakes that Kenyans make with mobile loans and how to avoid them. Number 1, borrowing for consumption. Do you know it is not stupid, it is not foolish. I'm looking for the right words to use, but borrowing for consumption is the worst thing you can ever do. Because taking money just to spend, that is crazy. So anytime you borrow mobile loans, the app loans, the spontaneous loans, the convenient loans, money that comes very fast, don't borrow to spend. Just make sure you are only borrowing to invest or to use in places where you can generate more income. You are supplying meat and you want to buy more stock, you can borrow, because you know once you go to dispose the meat or once you go to sell the meat, you will be able to make more money than spend and then repay. But it is very funny, it is phantomobulous, as some politicians say, or some English guys say. There is no word to explain why you should borrow to spend. You should borrow to consume. You cannot borrow and eat. Borrow knowing very well how you will get more money after borrowing. Don't borrow to consume. Only take loans and channel them to projects or initiatives that will generate more income. Very important. Let's go to number 2. Number 2 is taking multiple loans from different platforms. You have somebody, he's borrowed from Mshwari. First of all, you pay 10% on principal, and then there's some percentage every day. Then they borrowed on Okash, and then they borrowed on Tala, and then they're here on Hustler Fund, and then, my friend, first of all, it will ruin your credit score, because you will be deeper in debt. In other words, you will, it's called a dangerous debt spiral. You will, the spiral like that, the one that happens in the oceans and in the waves, like, it is crazy because you will be deep in that. So what do you need to do? Get one platform. Stick to one. Borrow, pay back. Borrow, pay back. Borrow, pay back. And as you stick to it, look at the one that is friendlier. Because at the end of the day, you will be frustrated. Because some will call, like these funny companies call you 10 times, 100 times, 20 times. Others are there, will come and see whether they'll pick something from you. So do not borrow from different platforms or from different apps. Have one. And if it's possible, get one that is friendlier. Number 3, ignoring the interest rates. Sometimes you are running into some platform or some app, and you're getting a loan from them, and then the repayment period becomes crazy. Because some actually charge up to 300 shillings, not 300. They charge up to 10% per month. Do you know the meaning of 10%? You've borrowed 1,000, you'll pay 1,300. 30% is a lot for a mobile loan. Within a month, that is a lot. It is not sustainable and it is not practical. So sometimes it is important to look at the lending, how much and what is the interest rate, what is the daily rates, because nowadays there are those that have daily rates, they have a percentage. So look at all that. So once you look at all that, then you compare, get one that looks favorable. There's a time I used to do some funny ones, and then I decided to take one. Because let me give an example of Mshwari. Mshwari is 10%, and then there's a percentage. And then there's Hustler Fund, which is 8% per year. Of course, the catch is there's some percentage that goes to savings, which we're not very sure whether we'll get the money. But if you look at it very well, you'll realize it is better. It is better off than, like I'm saying on my end, I felt that was better. So if you're going for a loan, and then make sure that things are clear. You're able to know how much are we borrowing, how much are you going to get as what is the processing fee, what is the interest rate, if you don't pay, what is the penalty rate, and all that. So once you know all that, and once you've confirmed all that, then run with it, because clear terms are everything. The fourth one, ignoring default timing. You understand? Like, in other words, when you ignore the CRB listing, you just go ahead, you take a loan. After taking a loan, you don't care whether they will list you on CRB. You take another loan, you take another loan, you take another loan, you take another loan. So what will happen is, these small loans, they're called loans. These small loans will get you listed in CRB. So in future, when you want to get a loan, a serious loan with a bank or a financial institution, it becomes hectic because you're already listed in your equal loan you took some times ago. So therefore, do not ignore. Don't ignore the timings of repaying the loan. And then don't ignore the threat of being listed on CRB. So what do? Repay the loans on time. Repay the loans on time. And if you're not able to get the money on time, call them and negotiate with them before. You've taken a loan from us. There's a circle called Kota Sacco where I work. You've taken a loan from us. You're supposed to pay on 9th. On 7th, call us. Hi, I am not able to pay the loan from Kota Sacco because of something happened. Renegotiate. People understand. They're human beings. They will understand. So if that is not possible, you're going to cry. You will cry, why? You will cry, why? Like the Israelites. When they were in the wilderness before they went to Canaan. Remember them crying, asking Moses why if there were not enough graves in Egypt. So it is very important. Don't ignore that factor. Then the last one is taking a loan without any repayment plan. It's called a strategic repayment plan. Make sure you have a clear repayment strategy. Don't just borrow blindly and trust in God. Maybe even the Bible says where there is no vision, people perish. So make sure you know where you're going to get money from. They're called the 4 W's and 1 H. Like, when will you pay it? Where will you get the money to pay it? Then, what will you do to pay it? Then what is the last one? When, where, and then where will you pay it? Or where will you get the money to pay it? And then there's how will you pay it? So once you have all this, before you go for the loan, then run for the loan. But if you've not strategized on that, if you've not gone into detail on that, if you've not realized, if you've not fathomed, if it has not come into your mind on how you will pay it, don't go for that loan. Ignore that loan. Leave it. And again, as I conclude, allow me to share with us, all of us, that sometimes you can survive without the loan. You want supper. Must you have meat for supper? Must you have beef for supper? You want proteins. Is meat only protein? Beef cannot be the only protein that you need to eat. You can have eggs. Eggs are also protein. So, don't break your back. Let me add one more as a bonus. Taking loans to impress your friends. Sometimes you want to take loans because you want to make people happy. You want to take loans because you're not sure what people will say about you. Ladies and gentlemen, take a loan because you need that money. Take a loan because you want to impress yourself. And take a loan because you know it is only you who will pay that loan alone. My name is CPA Richard Obiesi. You have an issue on finances, you have an issue on how you can pay loans, you have an issue of how you can get out of debt, call us. We will walk with you and get you out. Thank you so much, and God bless you. Ciao.